Spider-Geddon, the sequel to Spider-Verse, is basically supposed to be the comic book equivalent to what Into the Spider-Verse was. It features Miles Morales and Superior Spider-Man as the main protagonists of the story. And if you're wondering why Peter Parker is not here, well, that video came out last week. It's the Inheritors, an energy vampire whose entire purpose is to travel the multiverse, sucking out the energy of the spider individuals. And to fight that, they have to put together a Spider-Man army. All the different versions of Spider-Man come together to fight against these Inheritors. In Spider-Verse, it ended with the Inheritors being locked away in a radioactive universe that would sap their powers so that they can never escape. Well, they did escape. And that brings us to Spider-Geddon. If you don't know where you are, you're on Comicstorian, where we create the complete story series, taking the lore of your favorite video games, comic books, and movies, breaking them down into digestible bites so that we can read them dramatically back to you. We bring you a narrative format, almost like an audiobook, but we add in music, we add in funny voices, we have a good time, and I like to think that you do as well. Enjoy Spider-Geddon Part 1. High above the streets of New York, Miles Morales is fighting against the Vulturons, 4 vulture-suited supervillains that are so laughable, the other Spider-Man doesn't even mention them. Using his Venom Shock and superior agility, Miles easily stays ahead of the second-rate villains, smashing 2 of them together. One of the vultures lands amongst a rooftop party. Pulling out a pistol, he waves it at the innocent party-goers. "You let me go, or you won't be able to tell these losers from the hamburgers that they're cooking," he yells. Miles puts up his hands. It's him that they want. If they let the people go, Miles will even give them a free shot. So the vulture agrees and fires 3 rounds. With a quick flip of his wrist, he shoots out webs, stopping the bullets, grabbing the vulture. The partygoers cheer, but everyone is suddenly shocked when a portal opens up above their heads, and leaping out of that portal comes a squad of spider people. They include Spider-UK, Spider-Ham, Spider-Punk, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman, Spider-Man Noir, and Octavia Otto. Miles Morales of Earth 616, a crisis of apocalyptic proportions is upon us, Spider-UK calls. Hey Miles, what he's trying to say is, are you busy right now? Spider-Gwen rephrases it. Miles is confused. The last time that the Spider Army worked together, it was to stop the threat of the Inheritors. Are they back? Not yet, but someone is using their tech, Gwen confirms. Who'd be crazy enough to do that? Meanwhile, over in San Francisco, Otto Octavius is fighting another B-grade villain, Count Nefaria. The 2 trade blows for a few moments while trying to explain why one is smarter than the other. Finally, being sick of the argument, Count Nefaria uses his laser blast to snap one of the supports on the bridge that they're fighting on. Otto doesn't waste time, and using a hologram in his mechanical arms, shows Nefaria a video of his family members. "My Octobots are poised to kill them. Be gone or your noble lineage ends," Otto demands. Nefaria stares for a moment, and then he laughs. "I knew your turn as a hero was simply a ruse." Nefaria leaves, vowing to return when Otto returns to his old ways. Returning to his lair, Otto takes sight at his cloning technology, tech that he borrowed from the Jackal and the Inheritors when they faced off in the first Spider-Verse event. He's immortal now. "I am superior!" he cries out in triumph. Outside, the members of the Spider Army have arrived. While some wonder if they should knock or be worried about traps, Spider-UK, who happens to be a mix of Spider-Man and Captain Britain, simply rips the hidden door off. Alarms sound as the group moves quickly through the base. Coming to the cloning tanks, Spider-Man Noir prepares a grenade. "You dare!" Otto yells from the shadows with his ink shooter sticking several spiders to the wall. Otto appears angry that the members of the team that he once fought with would dare attack him. They try to explain that the Inheritors are using his cloning tech to return, but his readouts show that the clones contain his DNA and no one else's. "They're wrong," Miles argues. "Wrong? I am Otto Octavius. I am never wrong." Spider-UK doesn't have time for this, as he, Miles, and Spider-Gwen leap into action. "The die is cast!" Otto cries, and the spiders prepare to fight. Gunfire rips out of Noir. UK destroys one of his arms, and finally Octavia Otto gets through to Otto, showing him that the Inheritors were masking their DNA signatures. There is no time! Leaping forward with his twin 45s, Noir prepares to destroy the tank containing a clone, but he's suddenly stopped as a hand rips through the glass, grabbing him by the face. "Morlun has returned, and I see my breakfast awaits." The Inheritor sneers as he begins to feed. Noir doesn't hesitate. He raises those pistols, and he fires into the monster at point-blank range. But the rounds, they do nothing. "Eat this!" He struggles, firing again into the grenade at his belt. The explosion rips through the room, throwing everyone back. Morlun stands unaffected, his strength returning from his feeding as he throws Spider-Man Noir aside, dead. There's only one inheritor though, and Spider UK leaps into the fight. Morlun is alone. They can defeat him. As UK is about to throw the winning punch, hands appear from the smoke. Take your hands off my brother! And with a quick jerk, UK's neck is snapped and he falls to the ground lifeless. The spiders stand ready as the second inheritor appears, but Otto is distracted and a third inheritor rips his mechanical arms off from behind. Jeddix prepares to sink his teeth in, but Otto isn't a totem. The inheritors are energy vampires built to arrive and suck the life force out of the spider totems, the spider being of a universe. And Otto Octavius, well, he's merely a pretender. With a look of disappointment, Jeddix throws him aside, and the remaining spiders in the army now find themselves against 3 inheritors. Attack! Quickly before they use the cloning tubes to resurrect more of their infernal family! Otto yells and the spiders leap into action. Miles and Mayday Parker attack Verna, webbing up her hands, but she is too strong, and she smacks them away like the little insects that they are. Octavius, you're a supervillain! Haven't you got some sort of self-destruct for this place? Gwen questions. Otto is offended. I am a hero now, but yes, of course, I have a self-destruct sequence. And the rest of the spiders fight Verna while Otto and Octavia start the self-destruct sequence. But they can't just leave. They have to make sure that the inheritors are destroyed. Gwen leaps in, kicking Miles free of Verna's grasp. Go, Miles, all of you. I've got this, she orders, but they won't leave her to sacrifice herself. Gwen has a dimensional wristwatch. She'll just warp away at the last second. So as the spiders leave, webbing off the room as they go, Gwen continues to fight, keeping Verna busy while the countdown continues. But Verna is fast, snagging Gwen's arm and pulling her close, and that's what she begins to feed, sucking the life force out of Gwen's body. But Verna doesn't realize that Gwen's powers come from a symbiote now, which reacts in defense to the attack on its host. Startled, Verna pulls back as the tendrils wrap around her throat. Jeddix, the food is complicated. I fear that I may just have to kill it without a feast. We'll see about that, you Renfair reject! The countdown reaches 10, and the inheritors realize that they must leave. They heard Gwen's speech about her watch, and they pull one off of the dead spiders at their feet. Verna struggles trying to get Gwen's watch. You'll get this over my dead! Outside, the rest of the spiders watch the building from a distance. Come on, Gwen, get out of there, Miles whispers, and the building explodes before them. Maybe she jumped somewhere else, they don't know. Otto seems less sad about Gwen's potential death though, as his Octobots have also picked up the inheritors, escaping through a dimensional portal. Almost the complete family now wearing steampunk clothing. Verna orders the rest of the family to go find a base while she goes to find their father's spirit. The spider army, well, they're dismayed to see that she is wearing Gwen's wristwatch. What does this mean? Did Gwen survive? Mayday wants to keep fighting, but Spider-Punk knows that they need more help. Otto deduces that the inheritors will try to rebuild the clone facilities, which gives them time. So they head to the Jackal's cloning facility at New U. They need to regroup, and opening up a dimensional portal, the team heads to Loom World, the home of the Web of Life and the Destiny. That's where they meet Karn, once a member of the Inheritor family. Karn now watches over the Web of Life, the thing that ties the multiverse together that all of the spider totems are destined to protect. The group begins to discuss that they are going to need backup. People like Peter Parker and Jessica Drew of Earth 616, or Anya Corazon. Otto disagrees. They do need backup, but not the imbeciles that everyone has mentioned. They need spiders that will not hesitate to put down the inheritors once and for all. He suggested this last time, but everyone disagreed. The room quickly becomes divided. Spider-Punk and Octavia side with Otto. They need spider individuals who are willing to kill, while Mayday, Miles, and Spider-Ham are against killing. They will go find individuals who are on their side. Karn puts an end to the fighting, suggesting that both groups pursue their own paths, and destiny will decide who is right. In agreement, the spiders separate, traveling through the portals to find allies. Fare thee well, my friends. It has been an honor. Karn whispers to the empty room. Or is it empty? Ah, brother. A voice hisses from the shadows behind him. Verna steps out, mocking her brother for becoming the Master Weaver. It has made him soft. Killing you will be a mercy. I should have done it a millennia ago. She smiles. I could say the same, dear sister. To death, then. Back on Earth 616, Otto, Octavia, and Spider-Punk have arrived at Otto's labs in Horizon University. Spider-Punk doesn't want to waste time, and he portals away to find allies. Realizing this is a war for the spiders, Otto changes from his superior octopus costume. He is once again the superior Spider-Man. The die is cast, he calls. I've always wanted to say that, but I thought people would find it silly, Octavia states. While the other spiders are searching for allies or helping those they've already met, Otto begins to search the multiverse for those who might share his ideals for putting an end to the inheritors once and for all. Before traveling through the multiverse, though, Otto knows a few people on this Earth who might help them. First, he travels to Las Vegas, reaching out to Kane, the former Scarlet Spider. Kane agrees, but when Otto asks if he has any issues with killing individuals, "Buddy, I'll enjoy it," he hisses. As they portal away, Ben Reilly, the new Scarlet Spider, slips into the portal behind them. Back on Loom World, Karn does battle with Verna, blades from one of his steampunk spider limbs piercing her chest, and he brings her in close. Too close. By becoming the keeper of the web of life and destiny, Karn has become a spider totem. Verna drinks his life force, killing him. Now nothing stands in the inheritor's way. And back on Earth 3109, Spider-Gwen awakens. "Where am I?" she questions, suddenly realizing that her dimensional wristwatch is gone. Later, Otto has enlisted the aid of the Spider-Man of Earth 1048, and the two of them arrived at Earth 51778 to look for one of the most powerful allies. The new Spider-Man is a little new to traveling the multiverse, and he's stunned when he sees the robot Loveland fighting against a massive kaiju. "You know what? I think you should take the lead on this," he quips. Teleporting into Loveland, Otto gives Takuya, the Spider-Man of Earth 51778, some advice on how to defeat the creature. "Lead with the sword," he tells him. Takuya recognizes Otto from the last war with the Inheritors. PS4 Spider-Man waves in greeting. "Lead with sword vigor? That would be so dishonorable. Sword vigor is so powerful." Takuya wonders. That's the point. Otto explains that he can destroy his enemies much faster that way. Takuya agrees, launching Sword Vigor, destroying the creature in one blow. While Takuya agrees that it works. "If I always fought this way, it'd become boring." Back on Earth 50101, Miles is in Mumbai recruiting the aid of the Spider-Man of India, Pavatar. The two stop some robbers while Miles explains the current situation and how they need the smartest spiders to help. With the crime stopped, they teleport away, and they arrive at their base of operations where they're greeted by their comrades. The team that doesn't want to kill has now recruited Spider-Man and Spinneret of 18119, Spider-Ben and Petey of Earth 91918, and Spider from Earth 14512, and Silk from Earth 616. Everyone believes that they need Peter Parker of Earth 616, but he's busy distracting Morlun right now, so they'll have to deal with the other inheritors themselves. "It's not just the inheritors that we have to worry about. It's also Doc Ock and his band of trigger-happy goons," Spider-Ham points out. Miles believes that they should ask them for help with their attack. But not everyone agrees. The spider forces are spreading thin, with Mayday, Annie, and Anya looking for information about the spider totems. The older Peter Parker from Earth 18119, the Renew Your Vows universe, agrees that they could use the help. Otto has set up their base on Loveland in Earth 616, and they have now been joined by the Spiders Man, the Spider-Man who's made up of 1,000 spiders, the Cowboy Spider-Man of Earth 31913 named Web Slinger, and Norman Osborn Spider-Man of Earth 44145. Otto's forces are also spread thin as he has a strike team led by Kane trying to stop Verna from retrieving the crystal with her father's essence in it. They are surprised by the arrival of Ben Reilly, former villain known as Jackal, and the new Scarlet Spider. Otto doesn't trust this man as he was the villain at the heart of the clone conspiracy, but Reilly informs him that he's just trying to help. Since the Inheritors are trying to use his cloning tech, they might need him. "I'd think you of all people would appreciate the guy with the checkered past trying to make amends," Ben states, pulling off the mask to show his scarred face. "Very well, but my gaze shall be upon you," Otto states in a strange former villain fashion. A transmission from Miles' team goes through, and young Petey informs Otto that they are making a strike against the Inheritors at the new U-cloning facility. Some of the team want to help, yet Otto believes that if they waste their time and lives on a suicide mission for the other team, it's up to them. At the Inheritors base, the body of the Inheritors' father has been completed, yet he isn't whole. The body is a completely soulless husk. Unknown to the Inheritors, Spider-Ham has infiltrated the events above them. "Breaker, breaker, bacon buddy to head honcho. Recon successful, we're in time," he calls over his radio as he returns to the team. Miles and the rest of the team are waiting. Having placed bombs on all of the support beams, they are simply going to blow this place up and escape, eliminating the Inheritors' cloning abilities in its entirety, preventing them from moving bodies or coming back to life. Everyone back through the portal, I'll go last. I've got to hit the detonator right as I'm leaping through, Miles orders. Suddenly a knife whips out of the shadows by the inheritor known as Bora. The blade slashes across Miles' wrist, forcing him to drop the detonator. The inheritors are now among them, with the spiders fighting to survive. With a slash from Inheritor Brix's whip, the detonator is destroyed. He doesn't hesitate and he grabs Miles, beginning to feed off of his life force. Spider, detonate the charges from your suit, Miles orders as he struggles against the vampire. I'll be killing us all, she yells. The others don't know what they're doing. There's no choice. Penny Parker begins to count down. The wall explodes from behind them as the giant tip of Sword Vigor slices through. Otto's team comes in web slinging, with Web Slinger on a horse. The new team locks into a battle with the Inheritors. They deactivated our bombs. We can't leave their equipment intact, Miles tells Spider-Punk. Relax, we got people on that. Deeper in the facility, Otto and his group have used the battle as a distraction. Scarlet Spider begins to destroy the equipment so that it can't be used, while Otto scans the body of Solus, the Inheritor's father, for weaknesses. That's when they're interrupted by Brix and Bora, who charge at them throwing knives, but instead of fighting, the team retreats with everyone heading into Leparded. With everyone aboard, Leparded begins to transform into the ship Marvelar. This is certainly the strangest spider that we have faced, Brix quips, trying to get into the mech. And as they get away, everyone seems safe, but Spider Osborn uses his time to quietly speak with Spider-Man about their own plan to trap the Inheritors on 616. Oh, the cliffhangers we have left you with. We've been doing it nonstop. If you want to see how we got here, then check out the playlist down below to see more Spider-Geddon. But if you want to see the conclusion to this storyline, consider subscribing to our channel, giving this video a like, and going down below and letting me know which one of these spider individuals is your favorite. Also, what do you think about them killing off Noir, Spider-Man UK, and potentially Spider-Gwen? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time right here, or you can find me over on twitch.tv/eligiblemonster, where I play a lot of video games from Warframe to Final Fantasy XIV and whatever else I happen to come across. I'll see you next time, right there.